We appreciate you being here, since this program is optional and discusses best practices for your consideration. If you were thinking of adopting any of them, please make sure to review the requirements in your area/region with your broker, branch manager, or manager, including those related to contacting consumers. We do want to highlight the importance of the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, better known as TCPA. The general rules are that it's okay to call people if the person recently gave you their phone number, but remember to check the DNC list regularly if they haven't spoken to that person in a while. You will also want to check the DNC list anytime you don't have permission. Automated calling/texting platforms should never be used. Pre-recorded messages and artificial voices should never be used. You will be personally liable for any violations of the TCPA. We'll mention the TCPA a few times throughout this presentation. In this demonstration, we'll show you how to incorporate buyer compensation offers into assets in Listing Concierge, Prospect Square, Boost, Moxie Impress, and Marketing Center. Before we get started, we recommend formatting the buyer's brokerage compensation as buyer's brokerage compensation : insert percentage or dollar amount. The disclaimer should read, buyer's brokerage compensation not binding unless confirmed by separate agreement among applicable parties. Let's begin our live demonstration. We'll start by showing how to add the offer of buyer compensation to your Listing Concierge assets. Log into your Listing Concierge order and navigate to the Products and Services section. The first asset where you can add the buyer brokerage compensation offer is the flyer. You have two options. The first option is to place the buyer's brokerage compensation in the header and the disclaimer in the body copy. To make text edits, click on the respective field and then click Save when finished. The second option is to include both the buyer's brokerage compensation and the disclaimer in the body copy. To make text edits, click on the respective field and then click Save and Done when finished. After that, you may proceed to download your flyer as needed. Next on our product list is the website. When the buyer's brokerage compensation value is entered in the listing details, it appears on the property website with a disclaimer. If no value is entered in the listing details, then the buyer's brokerage compensation section is hidden from the property website. Let's take a look at the brochure. Your first option is to include the buyer's brokerage compensation in the headline and the disclaimer in the body copy. Alternatively, you may include the buyer's brokerage compensation and the disclaimer in the body copy. Similar to the flyer, click on the appropriate text box to make your edits and be sure to select Save when you're done. Click Done and Complete to proceed to the printing service. Next, let's add the offer of buyer compensation to the YouTube ad. Proceed to make edits. You can make the update, save it, and then hit the Submit to Production button. If you'd like to include the buyer's brokerage compensation and disclaimer in your e-flyer that comes with your Listing Concierge package, please contact your Listing Concierge coordinator. Next, we'll show how to add the offer of buyer compensation to your Prospect Square email flyer. Log into Prospect Square and proceed to create an email flyer. To edit your email, select Edit and Continue, then scroll down and click Edit once more. You have two options. You can either place the buyer's brokerage compensation in the header and the disclaimer in the body copy, or include both the buyer's brokerage compensation and the disclaimer in the body copy. To make text edits, click within the respective field and then click OK when finished. You may then proceed to add the other necessary information before hitting Send. Next, we will discuss how to add the buyer's brokerage compensation to a Boost listing ad. Proceed to edit your ad creative. You may include the buyer's brokerage compensation and disclaimer in the Facebook headline. Click Save and Update when finished and continue providing the necessary information for your ad order. Next, we will cover how to add the offer of buyer compensation to assets in Moxie Impress. The first asset where you can add the buyer compensation offer is the brochure. Proceed to make your edits. Due to limited character count in the headline fields, we recommend you add both the buyer's brokerage compensation and the disclaimer in the body copy. To make text edits, click on the respective field and then click Save and Continue when finished. You will then proceed on to add your contact information and access your final files. You will use a similar process to add the buyer's brokerage compensation to other assets within Moxie Impress. If the headline field has a limited character count, you may need to place both the buyer's brokerage compensation and the disclaimer in the body copy of the piece you are editing. Next, we will demonstrate how to include the buyer compensation offer in the listing update social post available in Marketing Center. Open the listing update template. Enter all the required property information and upload the necessary images. You may place the buyer's brokerage compensation in the headline and a disclaimer under the listing details. To make edits, click on the respective text box. Another option is to insert a shape into your document for the buyer's brokerage compensation and place the disclaimer below the listing details. Add a shape from the left navigation bar, adjust its size, color, and position. Then click inside to enter and format your text. Click in the text box under the listing details to add the disclaimer. Once you're happy with the design, you can proceed to download it.